This comes in from Senor Torquemada. Did you notice, by the way, and ancillary to this email, did you notice that we started squawking over the weekend that we, by God, want access to bin Laden's wives? We want to talk to them. We want to interrogate them. I read that and I thought, well, you know what? If we didn't have a pre-existing history of torture, maybe we could have that conversation. But as long as the rest of the world can't be sure that we won't take Mrs. bin Laden's and put them over a bucket of water and simulate their drowning, then really no country with anything approaching a moral sense. And that question's open on Pakistan. Maybe. I don't know. But no country with any kind of moral sense would turn over someone to us for questioning. Anyway, Senor Torquemada says, I caught a bit of your show yesterday. You asked why the right-wingers seem to be so into torture, and did anyone have any ideas as to why? I've wondered that, too. There probably isn't just one explanation, but I have a question. If a person buys into torture for suspects overseas, why wouldn't that person not buy into using it domestically? Put differently, if you buy into using torture overseas, how are you able to defend not using it domestically? Because if torture is an effective means to get the truth, then why wouldn't you want to use it to get to the truth here, too? Isn't truth the foundation of justice? And isn't any tool used to determine the truth just, moral, and opposition to its use unjust because it shields the truth? So if you accept the conclusion that conservatives believe in using torture everywhere, do you have the starting point to understand why? What are the benefits to their agenda, to the exercise of power, to their understanding of justice and right and wrong? Isn't the question, why is the necessity of torture an essential belief of conservatism? It may not be a question of why they are obsessed with it. It may be that acceptance of torture is a condition of being a conservative, a condition precedent. It is one key tenet that most clearly distinguishes them from liberals or secular humanists or rationalists of those who accepted premises and conclusions of the Age of Enlightenment. Truth through force, violence, truth from the application of power. Power is truth, maybe right from might. That is what torture is. Is that what conservatism is? And Senor Torquemada then offers a quote from Ron Susskind's New York Times article about we're an empire now, and when we act, we create our own reality. And while you're studying that reality judiciously as you will, we'll act again, creating other new realities, which you can study too, and that's how things will sort out. We're history's actors, and you, all of you, will be just left to study what we do. That was from an unnamed aide to that pig-eyed, jug-eared little lout, Bush. It was later attributed to Karl Rove. And thus does Senor Torquemada ask, is torture a tool for an empire to create its own reality? Perhaps that is a question to ponder as we move toward tomorrow's show. I hope you'll join us. It's been a great conversation, and I appreciate it. Me, I personally think we torture over there and not here because we can be more assured that the people we're torturing over there aren't white. Maybe that's too simple. But then again, we have a disproportionate number of dark-skinned people in our prisons, and they're tortured daily.